Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go through paper 3 of the November 2021 Foundation Mathematics GCSE. Don't forget this one is a calculator paper, which means you need to make sure you have a calculator ready. I have left a link to a calculator below in case you don't have one yourself and would like to buy one. Let's get into this. Question 1 says to solve 4 plus x equals 12 and we want to circle the correct answer. In order to do this we need to take the 4 away from the 12. The 12 minus 4 equals 8, so our answer is x equals 8. Question 2 tells us to circle the largest number. This can be tricky to see, so what I usually suggest is that you make the number of digits the same after the decimal place by adding zeros. If we look at our first number, we can see we've got 4 digits after the decimal place, so we are going to make sure each of our numbers has 4 digits after its decimal place. So 4.5 becomes 4.5000. 4.516 becomes 4.5160. And 4.56 becomes 4.5600. This can make it easier to read, so now we can just look at our numbers and we can see which one we think is the largest. If we have a look, it is 4.56. Next, let's have a look at question 3. It says to circle the expression that means half of the value of x. When we are halving something, that means we're dividing by 2. This means we want an expression that has 2 as our denominator. This means it is the first one. Question 4 says what is the value of 10 to the power of 6? What this means is that we have a 1 followed by 6 zeros. 100 has 2 zeros. 1000 has 3 zeros. 1 million has 6 zeros, so that 1 is our answer. Question 5 is showing us a bank statement. It is important to understand what the bank statement means. Credit means we're going up and debit means we are going down. We are starting with £670 and 43 pence. We are getting 2,156.75 added to our balance, so we need to add these two numbers together, which gives us 2,827.18. Now we are paying our water bill, which means our value is going to drop, so we need to take away the 48.97, which gives us 2,778.21. Lastly, we've had a mortgage payment go out and it's shown us that we've got some debit that we need to work out. This means we need to work out the difference between the balance we just found from the balance that we end up with, so we're going to do 2,778.21 take away 1,642.49. When we do this, we get 1,135.72. Question 6 says to put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 into the circles so that each line of 3 numbers multiplies to 12. The total of the vertical line is more than the total of the horizontal line. To do this, we need to think of 3 numbers times together. That gives us 12 using the ones that we were given. 6 times 1 times 2 would give us 12, and 3 times 4 times 1 would give us 12. We have a common number of 1, so we can put this in the middle. We need to work out which way we're going to put our numbers. The vertical line must be more than the horizontal line. This means that the vertical line must have our biggest numbers, and so this one must have 6 and 2, and then our horizontal must have 3 and then 4. Question 7 says that point is 217 meters above sea level. Point B is 145 meters lower than point A. Point C is 59 meters below sea level. How much higher is point B than point C? Firstly, let's draw all the points onto our diagram. Point A is 217 meters above the sea level. And we know the point B is 145 meters lower than point A, which means it's at 72. Point C is 59 meters below sea level. Now we're just looking for the distance between 72 and minus 59, so we can do this by doing 59 plus 72, which equals 131. The next question says there are 4 cards, 2, 5, 6, and 8. Use each card once to make the calculation correct. And we can see we're going to get an answer of 1. We are adding 2 numbers together and then we're taking away the other 2 numbers. These questions can be a little bit of trial and error, so let's see what we can do here. If we add 5 and 6 together, we get 11, and if we take away 8, that gives us 3, and then if we take away 2, that gives us 1, so our answer is 5, 6, 8, and 2. The next part of this question to do with listing these numbers. We are picking 2 cards out and we want to list what the first card is and the second card is. This type of question is about systemically listing the cards. I always start with the first card and list the possible outcomes and then move on to the second card. The next part of the question says to write down the probability that the first card is an even number, so let's count how many different outcomes we have. We have 12 cards, so this will be the denominator, and we have 9 even cards in the first pull, so we get 9 as our numerator. We could simplify this fraction, but it doesn't ask us to, so we're not going to. Question 9 says that School A has 42 tutor groups and each group has 28 students. School B has 16 tutor groups and each group has 18 students. Show that the number of students in School A over the number of students in School B is a whole number. To do this, we're going to work out how many pupils School A has, and then we're going to work out how many people School B has. School A will have 72 times by 28, which is 2,016 students. And School B will have 16 times 18, which is 228 students. Then we just take 2016 and divide by 288, which gives us 7. Question 10 is talking about boxes of chocolates, and each box contains 25 chocolates. One box costs £3.25, or you can buy 2 boxes for £5. How much cheaper per chocolate is the special offer? Since we're comparing two things, we're going to split our page in half, and we're going to have 1 box on the left and 2 boxes on the right. We want to work out how much each piece of chocolate cost, so we take the amount that we are paying and we divide it by the number of chocolates we are getting. This means for 1 box we're going to divide £3.25 by 25 because we get 25 chocolates, and when we do that we get 0.13, which means they are 13 pence each. For 2 boxes we are paying £5, but don't forget we'll be getting 50 chocolates instead of 25, so we're going to do 5 divided by 50, which is 0.10 or 10 pence. Now it's asking us how much cheaper it is, which we can see is 3 pence cheaper. Thank you for watching another video. We will go for the next 10 questions in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when that is available.